So, hello everyone, good afternoon, and we're speaking with Susanne from Andorra. Uh, there is a latest development from Andorra because usually every summer, every after Eurovision period, we have a list of countries that we know that they will say no to Eurovision next year. Okay. But this time, the general director of RTVA, if I'm right, said that it's not the broadcaster's decision not to participate, but it's something that comes out of the government. Is this true?
Well, it is in a way because the national TV is owned by the government. So really the problem has always been to get the fundings, and the fundings would then come from the government. So yes, it is true.
Do we know how much your country needs to participate? What is the amount that the government cannot find?
I know that the minimum amount that was used the year I was there was 150,000. So really, we're not talking a huge amount because we really left. I mean, the last year I was in the Eurovision, we were a really, really small delegation, and it was down to like really the lowest of the lowest budget. So it is doable and it is possible for that amount of money. Yes.
And as soon as we have the news about RTVA statement, you popped up and said that I have a proposal. And what proposal is this?
Well, the thing is that actually I was meeting up with both the TV station and the government in October. So suppose the statement came in November, and that was sort of right after. No, I was told at a lot of the meetings beforehand that basically they would love to go to Eurovision, but they didn't have the money. So in October, I actually put the money on the table and said, listen, here you have the fundings. I found a company from the outside of the country, and they would like to pay for the whole thing. And it's been on the table ever since. Yes. So it's a little bit, it's a little funny one, isn't it? Because the money is there now, but why isn't anything happening, you know?
Yes, I understand that. Can you tell me, since you are Andorran, why is it important for Andorra to participate in Eurovision?
Well, I think it's important for every country to be in most things, to be able to promote your country. But I think even more for those small countries like San Marino, Malta, Andorra, I think we really need to do much more work to promote our country, because a lot of people don't know what Andorra is. I have so many people. I mean, I travel so much around the world, and so many people, oh, this is Angola, isn't that in Africa? And I'm like, oh, dear God, you know? No. Yeah, so a lot of people don't know. And I really think it's a platform to be heard and to be seen. And what a better way to make promotion of your country by music.
Okay, so the proposal was that I have found a sponsor company. Was there a further development? Was there a song, a singer, and there was a package ready to go to Rotterdam?
No, I think that would be the next step. I think the first step really is to get the clearance and to get the okay. After that, the whole next issue will be the following, you know, where do we get the composers? Where do we get the singers? Obviously, if it's a company from outside, they want to have a say. So there's a lot of other issues there that will need to be fixed. But I mean, problems are there to be fixed. And I think it's only small bumps on the road that there could be. But on like the first big step would be for them to just give the green light.
And why did you decide to take the initiative?
Well, the thing is, I had a lot of pressure on me. I was the last participant in the Eurovision in 2009, and they were very clear. I was told that if I did not make it to the final, we would not come back, which is, first of all, ridiculous, because it's not a victory if we go to the final or don't go to the final. Of course, everybody wants to go to the final and be on 2 shows. But the victory in itself for such a small country is to be in the Eurovision. And I think that's where the mistake is. Because the idea of, oh, if we don't go to the final, we shouldn't go. No. It's not about that. It's about being there and participating. And maybe like San Marino, after so many years, actually being able to get to final, you know. So when I was told that, I had an enormous pressure on my shoulders, and we didn't make it to the final. So obviously, in a way, I sort of felt responsible, even though I know that is not the case. I am not the responsible because there was a lot of factors, no? But I had that with me, and it's like it's an honor thing now that I want to make this happen, because what the heck, we need to be there, and it cannot be just because we didn't go to the final for the 6 times. It wasn't a failure. We were there 6 years. That's a success.
So if it was in your hands, which singer would you choose to represent Andorra?
Well, that's hard to say. We have a lot of talented people here. And I also want to make it very clear, because a lot of people say you're fighting so you can be back on that stage. I'm like, no. I don't want to be on stage. I would love to sing for the Eurovision again, of course, at some point, because I am an artist, I am a songwriter. But right now, this is about being in the team, helping Andorra to make it, and to make it the right way, and to make sure we get done the right promotion, the right artists, the right songs. There's a lot of issues in it that I luckily have worked with for over 30 years, and I've been in the business for so long. So I think I would be more of help on the back of the stage and on the front. So to answer that question is very hard. It's very, very hard. I know there's so many talented singers in Andorra. So, I mean, I don't think it would be difficult to find a good singer.
Do you think that a participation of Andorra in Eurovision would be somehow a compensation or a friendly move to the Catalans in Spain?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I mean, we're very proud of our language. We speak Catalan, that's the national language of Andorra. So yeah, I mean, all of Catalonian love the Catalan language, obviously, because it's their mother tongue. So I think it's positive. I think it's a beautiful thing that Eurovision have all these different nationalities and different languages. However, it's true that it is easier to pass to the final or to get good results singing in English. But however, it is also possible to do it in a mother tongue. So we'll see. We'll take it as it comes, and see if we can find a way to get everybody happy.
Do you know if the European Broadcasting Union is aware of this proposal and discussion?
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
Yes.
Now, in case, let's say it happens, Andorra wins. What happens next? What do you think that happens next?
Oh God, that would be a dream scenario. I mean, Andorra has hosted World Championship of Skiing. We have 13 million tourists a year in this country. We are used to having a lot of tourists. So really, I mean, if there is a problem, which not be a problem, if this comes up, it can be solved. I am convinced that it can be solved.
For example, the big issues for the EBU is the direct flights. So if we want to go to Andorra, where do we land?
Well, you can land either in France or in Spain, in Barcelona, Toulouse, and get a helicopter from there. And helicopter would probably be half an hour.
That's nice. So the second thing is accommodation. Do you think that there are enough rooms? I think they need about 5,000 to 7,000 beds. Do you think that there's enough space for accommodation?
I believe so. I mean, Andorra is a country that has extremely high tourists. We have so many tourists, and like I said, last year we had the World Championship in skiing. So we're quite used to having all these events also in sports when it comes to sports. And another thing we're really, really good at is constructing, because we've constructed everything so damn fast here that is incredible. So I'm sure that if it was on the table and if we would suddenly win the Eurovision, would be a dream scenario, obviously. I think the government would figure out a way, you know.
Do you have a venue?
That's the main problem.
Main problem. In the past, it was said that in case Andorra wins, that Barcelona will take over and host the event.
That's what they've talked about. Yeah, that's what they've talked about, and I think it would be a pity. But hey, you know, if that is again the politicians, is something they would have to decide. I don't have a clue if it will be. I mean, when it comes to the numbers of tourists, I do think it would be possible, but the venue would probably be the biggest problem. But again, I am always thinking in positive. I always think in positive. Everything is possible if you put your mind to it. And now, after everything blew up and I told people I found the money, you would not believe. I mean, my phone is on fire. I have not had so many phone calls or messages for a year that what I've had this last week. It is non-stop. So I really do feel the support from people. Everybody's like, well, what if the money is there? That's it. You got this. And like, wait, we have to wait and see, because it's not just me. In my mind of thinking, it will be it, right? If we have the money, what would be the problem? But again, I'm not the only one deciding this, so I'll just have to sit and wait and see what happens. But the reactions are absolutely incredible from all over the world, not just Andorra.
And from what I know from my Spanish colleagues is that visiting Andorra would be a paradise for the Eurofans, because your country is a tax-free country, right?
It is.
Oh,
it is.
Yes, that's a very good motive. Trust me.
It is. It's a wonderful country, full of mountains. In the winter, people can ski. In the summer, it's warm and nice, but not as warm as Barcelona, where you can't breathe. It is just. It really has everything. It really does. So I mean, it's a perfect place to go for 2 weeks and enjoy while there's a Eurovision.
That's nice of you to say, because I want to ask you. This is the period that usually Eurovision takes place. So, what's the weather conditions right now? What should I be wearing right now?
Oh, let me just show you 1 second. This is a view from my garden. If you can see it, it is sunny. The mountain right there.
Oh my God! What a view! Oh my God!
It's just incredible. Hang on, let me go over here. This is just my kitchen view. So you can get an idea, go out in the garden, you can get an idea of what this is. This is Andorra. Can you see it?
Ah, yes.
So it really is a postcard. It really is.
Actually, it looks like heaven.
It is heaven.
God.
Yeah, it is heaven.
What really happened in Moscow? Any untold stories? Any backstage that we never learned? It's your time to share it with us.
Oh, but honey, what happened in Moscow stays in Moscow.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay.
But I had a little thing that people might not know. When I was going on stage, you know, I was having my guitar, and there was this little bow at the end with this lace where you just have to pull the cord, and then it would go up, and the dancer would take it out, and then the rest of the song I wouldn't have my guitar. So I went in on stage, standing there, and suddenly the screw that was holding everything, I mean, I can't hold the guitar without my guitar band, you know, the screw fell off. And we're talking when the 10 seconds before, when they show the images from Andorra, and I was like, what? So I had the big Swedish guy standing next to me, the boss of everything, and he had his tape. I was like, give me some tape. I was just screaming like crazy. He just taped it on. And literally, like, when I was on, that was it. And he ran out from the side. That was kind of nerve-wracking in that moment. But that's all these little things that happens on and behind stage that people don't see, you know?
Thank you, Susanne.
Thank you, guys. Take good care.